Hello and welcome to the first video from Theory Simplified, the place where we aim to take complicated concepts and simplify them for an easier understanding. Today we're going to look into the concept known as economics. We're going to try to establish what the study of economics is all about and then explain another fundamental economic concept known as scarcity. The term economics or the economy often comes up, but what exactly does this term mean? And what is the study of economics all about? The aim of this video will be to explain these two key terms for those looking for academic guidance, as well as those just looking to gain some greater general knowledge. Just take a moment and have a think about where you've heard the term economics or the economy before. Maybe you've heard it in the newspapers, or maybe in the news. Perhaps it was a subject you studied at school, or at university, or at college. When we hear this term economics or the economy, we often hear other key buzzwords such as inflation, unemployment, economic growth. There will be some videos uploaded later to explain these other concepts, but the aim of today is to try and focus on getting a clear understanding on the term economics and scarcity just for now. Did you know that economics is often a core module of undergraduate degrees and professional qualifications, not just for economics, but also for business, accounting, banking, finance, as well as some marketing degrees? So if economics is so prevalent in our daily life through the news, if it's so prevalent in so many subject areas, it's fair to assume this must be quite important. So what is it all about? Well, first and foremost, it should be understood that economics is a social science. We are trying to study human behavior, as well as the environment that humans interact in. We are trying to gain a better understanding of human behavior and the different environments in which people make their decisions. Actually, economics is all about decision making. There's an underlying problem in the world, which the study of economics is trying to constantly address. This problem is known as scarcity. The problem can be further explained by considering a simple notion about us as humans. The truth is, we always want stuff. In fact, I can go as far as to say as we have unlimited wants and needs. Think about your current budget and what you can currently afford. And now think about all the stuff you'd love to have that may be a bit beyond your budget. And it starts to come to mind, we actually have limited resources. Therefore, we have a problem to solve. We have these unlimited wants and needs, and we need to satisfy them considering these limited resources. As an example, let's think of a professional footballer, some of which earn over £100,000 a week. Now, that's a lot of money. And yet, they still want more money. And a question comes to mind. What could they be possibly doing with all this money? The truth is, as we get more money, our behavior patterns often change. You see, the more you have, the more you can think of something else you want. What it comes down to is, even if we have some, we always want more. If we have lots, we can think of something else we want. And that's what I mean by we have unlimited wants and desires. Now, as economists, we have to try and decide how to allocate that problem of scarcity. Because we realize as economists that we have these limited resources, but we have the unlimited wants and desires. It isn't just economists thinking about this. We are all dealing with the problem of scarcity on a daily basis. Just think about you. When you finish your day at work, maybe you want to go to the cinema, catch up with social media, or browse on the internet, play some sports, or go to the gym or exercise. Maybe catch up with friends or go out. In fact, maybe you need to at some point eat and sleep. What do we need in order to conduct any of these activities? Well, the truth is we need time to do them, and we also need money to do them. There are only 24 hours in the day. We have limited balances. Now a question arises. Can we do everything in that list before? Realistically, the answer is no. And what we find is we have to try and allocate these scarce resources of time and money to satisfy all those wants and needs. What you find is you're trying to solve your own problem of scarcity. So, how does this all relate to economics? Well, we want to be efficient of our resources. The resources we mentioned before were time and money. Our time and our money are precious to us. Everyone hates the feeling of just wasted my time, or that was such a waste of money. The reason we hate those feelings is because we know our resources are finite, and we could have done something else worthwhile with those resources. Overall, we would like to be as efficient as possible with our resources, and by efficient I simply mean making the most of what we have and reducing waste as much as possible. In order to be efficient, we need to be wise with our resources. Well, wisdom comes hand in hand with knowledge. The more knowledge we have and the better we apply that knowledge, normally the better decisions we make, and therefore make the most of our resources. This is why economics studies human behavior. The economy can essentially be thought of as a place where people interact as they produce and consume goods and services. Everyone is trying to solve their own problem of scarcity, and the way one person acts is likely to affect another. That is why when we look at the economy, we either look at it in large macroeconomic portions or a smaller microeconomic portion. What we're trying to establish is how do we assess our environment in order to make the best decisions possible. So, to sum it all up, we understand we have a problem to solve. This problem known as scarcity. But in order to solve the problem, we need greater knowledge and a greater understanding of the environment around us. With this greater knowledge and understanding, hopefully, we can be more efficient. But with this greater knowledge and understanding, there could also be more power. For example, if we understand what motivates a person to demand a good or service, we can understand how to sell to them. That is why economics is studied by those involved in business and marketing. Also, if we understand the means by which a firm produces goods and services, we can become smarter buyers, which can be good for you or the firm you represent. It can also be good for the government, with respect to the area of the economy they're responsible for. There will be more videos on this concepts to follow later. I hope you found this video useful, and the aim of future videos to come will be to help break down the jargon and create a simpler understanding of what could be complicated concepts. Some of the future videos will be a bit more technical for those looking to study economics as a subject. Other videos will be for more of a general understanding, just to acquire better general knowledge. I'll be happy to hear your recommendations and comments on any topics you'd like covered, either from a technical perspective or a general knowledge perspective.